Suppose you want to look at the website at www.dnssec.nl. You go to your browser and type the URL. Within a fraction of a second of you hitting Enter, your machine tries to find out the IP address that goes with the logical name you've typed. Your computer asks the resolving name server, or resolver, what IP address the website www.dnssec.nl can be found at. The resolver is often your Internet Service Provider's resolving name server. Within a split second, the resolver searches its cache for the answer. If it doesn't have the answer, it has to refer the question on. The resolver accordingly asks the root server, "Do you know www.dnssec.nl?" The root server looks in its zone files, but the answer isn't there either. However, the root server does know that the zone file for NL is located on SIDN's name server. So the root server sends the IP address of that name server back to the resolver. The resolver then sends its question to the NL name server, which in turn looks in its zone file. Like the root server, the NL name server is unable to give a precise answer, but knows what name server the zone file for dnssec.nl is kept on. The NL name server sends the relevant information back to the resolver. The resolver sends out the same question once more, this time to the dnssec.nl name server. That name server looks in its zone file and finds the answer your computer's been looking for. The answer is sent back to the resolver. The resolver forwards the answer straight to your system. The system now knows where www.dnssec.nl is located and tries to contact the web server at the IP address it's been given. In response, the web server sends back the website content. Thus, the link between logical name and IP address is completed.
Welcome to Train. I'm Ross Bagurtis, and in this video I want to do a deep dive into routing packets. Well, specifically the two systems that need to be tied together are the network layer using IP and the data link layer using Ethernet. And what we have to do is we have to generate a frame at the data link layer, and the frame has to have a source and destination MAC address in it. And then up at the network layer, above the data link layer, we have to have a source and destination IP address. Now remember from the networking models video that each layer of the OSI model creates its own little datagram. At the transport layer, we have the address of google.com. Probably not off the top of your head for several reasons, one of which is that they change all the time. Or there's a huge pool of them that you can use. But how do we get the IP address then of google.com? Well, if you remember, we use a protocol called Domain Name Service, DNS. Welcome to Train.
management protocol to cut down on the chatter on your entertainment network. In this video, we're going to show a real-world example of how this works and can make the impossible every time you press go.
Hello and welcome to this tutorial on point-to-point protocol. Hello and
This animation gives you an idea of how a NIC and its driver works. For incoming